What's going on, everyone? Just gonna hop on here and talk about my journey with Fadic and where it started, and then where it is today, um, and I guess kind of some updates and where we're headed. So, Fadic, FAETQ stands for all elite that qualify, but it wasn't always Fadic. So let's backtrack a little bit. Um, in April of 2025, I started a basketball training business called One Vision. I'm a former Division One basketball player, so why not, you know, start a training business where I can give back to the youth? Just because that's one thing that I've been passionate about. I was and still am a high school basketball coach, so I thought let's train kids and prepare them for the future. Um, so in my hometown, there is another trainer who is very good at what he does, and he got sponsored by Under Armour. And at the time, I was like, okay, that's dope. That is sick. He got an Under Armour sponsorship, AAU teams, etc. You know who you are. Um, so in my head, I was like, okay, I'm gonna build this business, but I can't go with Under Armour because he already has Under Armour. I'm gonna go with Nike, and that was my mission. I was saying, I'm gonna build this brand. I'm gonna give back to my city, these kids, the area, and we're gonna be a Nike program, et cetera, et cetera. Well, I get into a phone call conversation with my older brother, and my older brother is the think out of the box brother who is always like, you can do your own thing, and why do it this way when you can do it this way? Don't be like this person. And so in the middle of this conversation, I'm like, yeah, I'm on my rant. I'm just passionate. We're going to be Nike. We're going to be this. We're going to be that. And I'm going to have this team. And then I'm going to have this elite training group and this college kid and these kids here. He was like, okay, shut it down. Why go with Nike when you can start your own brand? And I went into this long pause of, huh, I didn't know I could do that. I didn't know I could start my own brand. And after that conversation, I stayed up for about 12 to 13 hours straight, figuring out how to start my own brand. And I thought from the jump it was going to be as simple as finding a local company that prints stuff on shirts and selling it, and you'll be just fine. All right. And so that's not the case. Um, Not the case at all. My business at the time, the name was called One Vision. I was told by a friend of mine who was like, "Hey, you need to trademark this name. You need an LLC. You need this. You need that." And I was like, "Okay." And I've been One Vision with training this whole time. I was like, "One Vision is going to be sick." Trademarked. Then I wanted to keep Vision, so I changed it to VYZN instead of the actual Vision, or not VYZN, V1SION, because the one is still in there, right? One Vision, trademarked. Then I went to Vision VYZN, trademarked. Then I said, okay, what if I name it Vizen, trademarked? And I mean, every name I had, every logo that I brought up to my lawyer at the time was, I thought it was the one. And I'm sitting there one night, and I put my son's middle names together, which was Faye, is one of my son, whatever. Put my son's middle names together, and FAET, no FAE, and then T, Fate was what I had so far, and I was like, okay, for all elite, 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 and I kind of got stuck with for all elite constantly. I'm not constantly, just I was stuck there for a few days, maybe a week, maybe two, I don't remember. And I was stuck there, and then that qualify kind of came about. Boom, for all elite that qualify. Um, was able to trademark that name. I think I'm just going everywhere right now. I'm so sorry. If you're watching this video, I apologize. I think I'm in June at this point. Okay. Uh, oh, I'm messing up in this story so bad, but this is raw. This is just raw me right now. Okay, backtrack a little bit. Before I went to FADIC, I reached out to a professional basketball player in Spain. Her name is Blanca Milan. When I was vising for like about a week, And I signed my first athlete to the brand. She was all in. I told her the mission. I told her what my dreams and aspirations were, kind of my mission statement of what I believed Fadik was going to be, and where we were going. But it wasn't Fadik yet. She said, I'm all in. Let's do it. And then from there, I was able to sign an Israel 3v3 World Cup player named Dorsar, and then a national team player from Luxembourg named Ann Simon. So we have 3 players right now who are with the brand, who are professionals. Then we have 1 college player who plays at Angelo State. She's the best shooting guard in the conference. I don't care what you say, she's the best. Now let's go back to Fadik. So Fadik happens, boom, get it trademarked. I had no clue how much it costs to start a business. No clue. Zero. I had no clue how to promote or market the business. Still learning. So at this point, I have 3 signed players and have no direction, and I have no clue what I'm doing. Just a firing, burning passion to make this thing happen, because we will be one of the top brands in the world. And I had nowhere to go. So I'm Googling and I'm studying, I'm trying to figure things out. And then I find a US manufacturing team to make my apparel, which I got on right here. Boom. Scorers Mentality hoodie. Neither here nor there. Yeah, get to working with them. They quote me like $35,000 for 500 pieces of apparel in the US. I don't have $35,000. Y'all tell me in the comments. Y'all tell me somewhere if they were tripping. Anyway, moving forward. So can't go with the US manufacturer. So I'm looking at Europe. I'm looking, China, Vietnam, really just hours and hours and hours and hours and hours on hours and hours on trying to find a manufacturer. Hours and hours and hours and hours and hours and hours and hours of studying sports brands fabrics, whether it be Nike, Adidas, Under Armour, Reebok, Puma, to bodybuilding brands like Gymshark. Gymshark was the only thing that came to mind. I just can't believe I just went blank. Gymshark, Alphalete, and so on. If I got the name, y'all, I apologize. Y'all are still young LA, all them. Studying them nonstop to figure out what people like. I'm reading comments on what fabrics they like or what shirt they like the most from this brand and that brand, and going and seeing what those fabrics were. Going to Lululemon, wearing shirts, buying shorts, buying socks, trying on different shoes, just everything possible. And finally figured out what I liked, what I didn't like, and what I didn't like, and kind of came together with my manufacturing team, or the manufacturer that I went with, and we made the hoodies that I have now, the t-shirts, the socks, the shorts, and the basketball shoes that we have coming. All that has been done in the last 6 months. And it's been a grind that I didn't know would be this much of a grind. That makes sense. I knew it was going to be hard, but not this hard. I didn't know it was going to be this stressful. I didn't know that I was going to be having tears and anxiety, nights where I don't sleep because it's all I think about and all I want to do. But yeah, no, I kind of just went really fast as possible. And if you have any questions, man, like if you know what it was like going through the trademarking in depth, how much everything cost, how to talk to investors, which I don't have any investors, but how to talk to investors and kind of the business plan that you're going to have ready for that, or banks, which I haven't gone with the bank either just yet. I do have a business account, but I haven't gone and asked for a loan or anything like that. But if you have any questions or if you have any tips, I'm open ears. I got some big old ears. Like I'm open ears, and I'm also ready to talk, man. Um, but yeah, right now we have um, a big bulk order of hoodies, shirts, shorts, and socks coming. The website is going to be amazing. I can't wait for you all to see it. It's something that I've worked my butt on. The team that's working with me to build this website is absolutely amazing. And the amount of time we've put into this to build Fadic is a lot. And it's going to be something special. And I'm super excited for you all to see it. And for the people that have already been a part of the brand the last 6 months, thank you. Thank you for pushing it. Thank you for wearing the stuff. Me, my team, we're so grateful. And we're looking forward to what's to come, and I hope you are too. The biggest thing right now is to hopefully, when you see this logo right here, the Fadic logo, you have emotional connection. That's the biggest thing. Hope you have an emotional connection, and it's like, dang, I gotta have the new product that we have coming out. So, if you have any more questions, I know I went fast, and I was everywhere, and my timeline was a little bit off. I didn't really prepare this. I just was on my mind. Sat down and had to talk about it. So if you have any questions and I kind of didn't go into depth, please let me know. I'll go into depth with it. Anyway, see y'all. Peace.